Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you how to do the 2 medivacs 60 Marine drop that you've been seeing so often in all of the pro playing games you've been watching, especially from the likes of Byun, of course. I'll be giving it to you in formats of audio as well as, of course, on text, as well as any tips and tricks you might need to know while performing this build. So, of course, first and foremost, you're going to open up like any other regular Terran opener, so that is going to send your first SCV right out, rally to that front to get that wall off down, so 14 depot. Not much will happen in the early game, as it is just a regular 1 Rax Reaper Expand. So you may need to jump forward a little bit if you already know how to do this part. Of course, the barracks goes down first, then followed by the gas. Wasn't clear before, this is a TvZ build order. I guess you could try and do it versus other races, but this is going to work out the best versus Zerg. On any map is really good for it. Of course, instantly put your guys into gas once that is finished, and rally your barracks building worker to the low ground. Reaper starts as soon as possible along with your orbital. The SCV does have some time to get minerals, so you can go ahead and do that or just head out on patrol. And build your command center at 20 supply. Here's something a little tricky. You are going to be building your barracks before your second supply depot, so that barracks come down at 20 as well as CC. Then it is your depot, and then once your Reaper is done, that reactor. So the Reaper is, as always, going to be used to get the general idea of what the Zerg is doing. You're going to throw down your refinery as well at 22 supply. Things to look for do include an odd amount of lings. Lings that aren't there that might be circumventing your Reaper to go around to your command center, in which case you will have to pull back your Reaper. Add on a factory at 23 supply right now. 32... or 23, that's a mistake, on a tech lab, on that barracks. And then you're just going to constantly produce Marines as much as possible. Here's where you got to just keep your macro elements in mind. Always make SCVs. Never stop making supply depots. Never get supply blocked. 26 orbital here. Reaper should still be scouting and doing what it can. Now start your Stim. Keep building those Marines. Factory should be finished now. You should just barely have enough to go ahead and add on that starport, and then followed by your reactor on the factory that you'll be swapping after. You can try and stop them from scouting by putting Marines across your bases. If they have overlord speed, you can't really stop it, however. Remember to build those supply depots. Get the secondary scout with the Reaper. This might be dead to lings by now, but at least you can try. Look for things that are going to be immediate danger. So you're going to need a bunker, for instance. If nothing is immediately dangerous, then you're good to go. You have enough units. Starport should be finished now. You're going to swap that on to the factory. And then instantly build 2 medivacs. Marine production should be consistent. Should be probably a build the wall earlier, but as long as you weren't in immediate danger because you're scouting with the Reaper, then anything is fine. The medivacs should be popping out just about right now. You should have enough Marines collected all together to fill those medivacs completely as well, and Stim should finish while you boost across the map. So it's around 5 minutes here, and this sounds about right to go ahead and get the push going. There are 2 ways to follow this up. We're going to go with the economic way, so you should have your 3rd CC thrown down now. You should add on combat shields as well. Get a tech lab on the factory, as we'll be going for tanks. And keep producing Marines. Add on your 2 gases at your natural right now as well, and then make sure to pay attention to your medivacs. The goal of the medivacs is to initially just drop and clear up creep, as well as any queens that might be laying that creep. In an ideal world, you're actually just going to win the game because they were not expecting this and they had no idea it was coming. 2 engineering bays come down as well right now. This is the macro follow-up to this build. There you go. You see I'm facing an easy AI right here, so it's pretty easy to win the game. But for the sake of the video, we're going to continue on a little bit longer. Just continue producing from your production facilities, however many you do have. You'll see various follow-ups to this type of build, which include going for the 3rd barracks before the command center, or even not even getting a 3rd command center, actually going for a 2-base huge push. But right now, you're going to add on 3 of your barracks and start to really amp up that production. Start your +1/+1. It is a big production burst right here around 6 minutes. You're also going to be starting to add on your tanks. If you want to go for Widow Mines, that is also an option, but you should have had a reactor instead of a tech lab if that was the case. If you feel up to it, you can continue dropping with the first 16 Marines. Just make sure to do your macro back at home, which include turning your 3rd CC into an orbital and lifting it. It should be down ideally before 7 minutes. Make sure not to lose your medivacs, most importantly, but ideally none of your units, as this build does rely on continuing to grow. As you can see, just now in general, macro, get your SCVs over to your 3rd CC, get fully saturated, continue pressuring the zerg player, get your upgrades, make sure that army comes out on time, about halfway through, your 1-1 being done, and just keep on building, keep on winning. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if it helped, then fantastic. If not, let me know why. Let me know exactly what you expect from build order tutorials, and if you like the voice, or rather just have the text, or maybe more tips and tricks for the specific build, because you actually know how to read. I don't know. Let me know, and I hope that I continue doing this for you guys. See ya.